Hey friends, welcome back to Magus of the Frog. We are running it back with Simic Merfolk here, the mid-range version, and we're going back to the climb to Mythic rank here. After rank reset, we went down to Platinum 4, so it's going to be quite a grind here. And I'm using this opportunity to not only get reps in with this deck, but also to just strengthen my tactical gameplay and my knowledge as I go through hopefully some sweaty games here. Hopefully we go against some popular decks, and this is all in preparation for an RCQ I have my eyes set on coming in about 2 weeks from now. So plenty of time to test, but we're enjoying the journey, so we're going to be doing it daily. And last video I talked about how Unsummon, at least the data was showing that it was giving us some minor percentages in terms of win rate, so we're gonna make it a 4 of here. And then the 2 remaining flex slots, we're actually gonna try main deck Paw Patch Formation. I noticed that I was sideboarding this card in a lot anyway, and a lot of people who commented my videos kind of also just suggested, hey, why not try this out? And I think it's worth trying out. We're gonna be playing in the rank ladder here, so why not? We are also going down to 24 lands now that, we're really focused here on our early curve. And I notice we are still hitting our land drops at 24 lands in terms of getting our 4 drops and our 5 drops here. And we're cutting that 1 land and just making Tishana's Tidebinder a 4 of. Just a great utility merfolk here. And in terms of the sideboard, the Eaten by Piranhas is now here instead of the main board. We still have to change the equation. And since we're putting Paw Patch Formation here, we have some slots here, and I decided to try out this card right here, Minor Misstep. I noticed that a lot of the more difficult games that I'm having has to do with those really fast aggro decks, usually the ones that are based off red. And whether it's the Burn variant or the Monstrous Rage variant or the Auras variant, really this Minor Misstep can save a lot of damage. It usually represents saving us 3 or sometimes 4 damage if it gets something like a Monstrous Rage or a threat. So we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. We'll try it out for the aggro matchup, but either way, I really appreciate you for joining the journey so far. We've been playing Simic Merfolk a lot, and I know that might not create some varied content for the channel. However, I do have a lot planned. We are going to be picking up Pioneer, especially once Pioneer Masters comes out. There's a Timeless Metagame Challenge coming out this weekend. I know nothing about that format, but I do love me some Paper Legacy, so I see some parallels there. And of course, I've got some other standard decks that I'm brewing, but I'm really focusing mostly on Merfolk just for this RCQ. And then I promise you, we'll come out with some fire content. So give us a like, give us a comment, and if you feel so inclined, a subscription would be heavenly. All right, let's check out round 1. All right, round 1 here. Let's see what we got. This looks keepable. We got a nice curve going on. Looking for a second blue source for our cat here. Alright, Golgari, it seems. Deeproot Pilgrimage. That's a good card. They're gonna have to remove the scout ASAP. Surely. Okay, they let us get a trigger here. So, interesting. Maybe they just don't see the threat. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not the traditional Golgari list. They are playing an Overlord here. Okay, given that, let's play a Yava Mayakos here just in case we want a double spell with 2 blue cards. And we'll attack here. We don't necessarily need to use the paw patch formation right now. Okay. So would it better to Drowner this and then save the paw patch formation on this one? Because I want to Enduring Curiosity. Okay. I think we'll just use paw patch formation here. I think that's probably just better. Then we'll get to draw 3 cards with Enduring Curiosity here. Okay, paw patch formation main deck already looking quite nice. Here comes draw 3. We do... They're not running Sunfall, right? In a Golgari Overlords list? Because that's what I'm scared of. Okay. There's a couple things that we can do here. We can Hex Catcher to make these 2/2s. And then unsummon. Well, we're kind of lacking some blue sources here. Okay. I think going for Hex Catcher at least is needed. Maybe we just go wide and then do Schooner plus Hex Catcher. Okay. Yeah, we already have a fistful of cards anyway. Let's just pass here. Let's be a bit patient. We can tempo them out. Okay, they're going for it. Alright, let's go for a Deeproot Pilgrimage here. Let's go with a Hex Catcher. Let's make another Dork. Block here, double block here, double block here, block here, take 3. If they herd migration here, we get to counter it. Okay. This will work. You like to pay 1. Pay 1 again. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's go to game 2. So, this looks like a more controlling version of Golgari. And I imagine that they're using Overlords here to ramp up. So, Unsummon I don't think is that good, but change the equation, counters their stuff, and then we get to do Pick Your Poison. Maybe the Frillback will be good here too. And I imagine that Deadly Cover-Up is what they're using as their kill spell here. I mean, board wipe. Okay, I think we'll go down one Tishana's Tidebinder. Or maybe just the change the equation. Because we don't really quite know what else they're doing. I think they're probably playing Beanstalk. It's really the board wipes that are the problem here. And I imagine since they're playing black, they have a lot of those -2/-2 effects to bring in. So we'll see how we do. Okay, I don't think this is a keepable hand. It's just too land heavy, so we'll take a mulligan here. This looks much better. We can put back a land here and make sure we get these two at least. We can also... Yeah, I think we'll put back a land here. I think just having these two cards here are a good early game plan. Oh, okay. So they get our Tidebinder here. And then they'll know about our Paw Patch formation. But it looks like we have some Planeswalkers to work with, so that's pretty good. This could be a Beanstalk, which I'm happy to Paw Patch formation. Alright, our opponent's back. Looks like they're gonna go with the beatdown plan here. That makes sense. I think once we get Oko down, we'll be able to kind of shut down the Dread Knight more. This could be an Overlord. Okay. Well, they're probably gonna take one of our Planeswalkers here. So a very controlling list from our opponent here. We'll start off with the Schooner. A lot of discard. Okay, this is wonderful because just in case they cast our Oko, we can counter it with Hexcatcher. Here comes Dreams of Steel and Oil. They're probably gonna get our Vivian Reed. Okay. Oh, okay. They're actually leaving our Vivian Reed up. So they probably have a removal spell here. Alright, well, we'll go with Vivian Reed here. Interesting. So they brought in a really controlling portion of their deck here. I don't know if this is something that they already had main board, but it's very discard heavy. I wonder how good this is against a normal Golgari list, the more popular version. Okay, so we get Oko here. They'll likely make an Elk, but we are okay with that. Vivian Reed brings us more card advantage than Oko does. And we've got manlands to pressure Oko. Oh no, and they copied the Dread Knight, so that means they can't use the wow, the activated ability. So they're not very familiar with using Oko here, is what this seems like. Okay, so we'll plus Vivian Reed. We'll get Hexcatcher. We'll play Scout. We'll get an Exploration trigger. Cavern of Souls is great here. We'll name this on Merfolk. We'll crew here. And then attack the Oko. Get an Explore trigger. Tishana's Tidebinder is great. And then we're just gonna leave up our stuff here. We can also activate Soulstone Sanctuary if needed. And yeah, I think our opponent didn't understand the interaction with Oko there and missed on an Elk. We still would have likely been able to kill the Oko there because we can animate Soulstone Sanctuary. Yeah. Alright. It is what it is. Let's go to the next round. Okay, round 2 here. We are on the play, and this is so funny. Our opponent's name is Casterly Rock SF. I'm very familiar with that place. Okay, so we're gonna mulligan here. Land situation was pretty bad. This one looks like a keep. What would we put back though? I feel like I want all of these lands. We have the Pilgrimage Schooner and then the Drowner. The Drowner's so good, but I think it's just competing with these drops right here. Okay, Golgari. We'll start off with the Schooner. A tap land here means if they have cut down... Oh, I don't know. This is tricky. I'm actually going to start off with the Pilgrimage here, because I feel like I can use a Tidebinder on something. This could be an Annex. Yeah. Okay. Hexcatcher was great there, so we'll play that. And then hope to draw some lands here. Nope, that's not a land. And then we can use Tidebinder on the Ritual Chamber portion of the Annex here. Let's see. 2 black sources. So they're gonna use the cut down on that. Do we make them use more mana? No. Here comes an Annex. Okay, at least it's land. So we'll go here. We'll attack. Doesn't look like they have any instants right now. And let's see, do they make a 6/6? We can also just animate the Sanctuary if they don't do anything here. Oh, they have a Demolition Field. If this is the case, they are not making the Ritual Chamber here, so let's just play the Tidebinder. Okay, so it looks like Dreams of Steel and Oil is starting to pop up in a lot of Golgari lists nowadays. That's some new tech, I'm guessing. Okay. Fortunately, we don't have an unsummon here. But we do have another dork to make. And then Demolition Field will take care of our Sanctuary. Oh, okay. We get a island out of that, and then our double unsummon here is great because even if they come out with a threat here, we can bounce it. Yeah, no problem. So this is another controlling Golgari list, it seems like. Maybe that's the thing to do nowadays. We do have them down a 7. Ooh, that is a great draw here. Okay. Double Pilgrimage. We are going wide. Nice. Got a Vine Stalk for our troubles. And we just need a non-token Merfolk to really go over the top here. But yeah, there's not much that they can do there. They'd have to like wipe the board and deal with their Annex losing them 2 life. So, against Golgari, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in Pick Your Poison, since that seems good against the Annex thing here. Frillback, they're gonna have a lot of discard, and so I'm thinking, see, they could get our Planeswalkers with Duress and our creatures with Dreams of Steel and Oil. So, maybe we don't go with the lower curve Merfolk here and just fight them more on mid-range. You know, I'm willing to try that, and then we'll go down 1 Tidebinder because the Drowner's good, the Hexcatcher's good. Our Unsummons are good tempo play. Well, maybe the Scout is still better than the Unsummon here, but I'm willing to try this iteration where we're really focusing on the mid-game here. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay, this looks like a keepable hand here. We've got Deeproot Pilgrimage and Schooner. And I will... Do we unsummon the elves here? If they play something like Glissa, then we can unsummon that. But if they play something like Annex, I will regret not using the unsummon. Okay. Let's return that. Then another elf. Oh, okay, a Duress. So they can get either the Pilgrimage or the Schooner here. Let's see what they care about. Okay, so let's do Pilgrimage first, or keep up Hexcatcher and unsummon. I think we'll keep up our stuff. Here comes a Glissa. That is no problem. We're gonna go Hexcatcher, and then on our turn, we'll do Pilgrimage and unsummon the Glissa. They'll replay the Glissa most likely. Ah, okay. Well, if you want to play your Glissa here, you're gonna have to wait another turn. And the Duress. And unfortunately for us, we drew another land here, so we'll go with Restless Vinestalk, and then they're going to play a Glissa, and then we don't have an answer? Ooh. This might bite us. Oh, they're playing Frillback anyway. Okay, so we go another Vinestalk and then pass. They attack for 4, or attack for 5, it's attack for 3. They played Glissa. Keep up a removal spell. Okay. Well, not much we can do here. So we'll do this. Pay double. gaining 4 life and exiling their graveyard. And then just play the tap land here. They know about Aryavamaya Coast, so they have all of the information that they need. Here comes an Archfiend of the Dross. We can trade with the Frill back here. And then let's see if we have anything. Well, there's Pick Your Poison, so that's not bad. We'll go Pick Your Poison. Each player sacrifices a flying creature. Each opponent, I mean. And they could still have their kill spell here, but at least we have 2 Vine Stalks, so we're still going to send it. It's not like we're going to be blocking well with it anyway. Yep, and there goes Go for the Throat, and we are on top deck mode, while our opponent is able to draw more cards than we can. Okay, Drowner can possibly do it, but I think we'll just save some mental energy here and go to game 2. So what I'm going to do here in terms of the sideboard is, now that I've seen that they've got some Frillbacks and maybe they brought in their Terra Sunders, we're going to actually take out all of our enchantments and artifacts here. So the Deep-Root Pilgrimage and the Schooner can be taken out of the deck. We are losing some value here, but we are giving them some dead cards. And we're going to bring in the Scout and the Tidebinder, and then change the equation, can deal with some of their... can deal with pretty much their kill spells plus something like the Glissa. So we'll keep that in. And then unsummons here, I think, are not as good as another change the equation. And then we'll keep all of these mid-range cards. Paw Transformation's good. Okay, let's give this a shot. I think Eaten by Piranhas would normally be good here, but they do have Frillbacks, and I imagine Terra Sunders, so let's not invest in enchantments. We're gonna keep the cat though. The cat's still good. So play first here. And unfortunately, this is not a very good start because our early game is lacking so much. I think we're gonna be disciplined here in Mulligan. Much better. I think we just need more lands here. We'll put back a Frillback. That's all the copies of our Frillback here, so let's be mindful of that. Let's go Botanical Sanctum. And then if they elf here, I'm happy to Drowner it. Looks like a Duress, so we don't have anything for you to use that on. We'll play this, and then we just hoping to draw a land here. And I will keep the Drowner. And here comes that, and then we can keep up our stuff here. Yeah, this is no problem. And then I think to be mana efficient, we'll Tidebinder this. They lose Vigilance. I think we're gonna save the Drowner for next time because we can possibly get in some Curiosity triggers here. Okay, would you like to attack? No problem. We'll take 3 here. And perfect. We're gonna go Drowner. Use that on the draws. Play Curiosity here. And then they're gonna eventually have to use a kill spell on their own draws here because we can keep it tapped down. Nice. So they want to deal with the Curiosity, I imagine. They have a Demolition Field for our Vine Stock. The rest is not going to be good here. Okay, we'll go Boom on Merfolk. We'll go Vine Stock maybe? No, we need to tap down their draws. So, let's attack with everybody. And what we're gonna do here is tap it and then shuffle it away. No, we gotta use it on the draws here. Okay, we're not gonna rely on them killing the Archfiend here. They have a lot of removals, so this is fine with us. And then we'll draw 2 cards here. So what I was thinking there is maybe we get rid of the Sentinel and then let them die to their own Archfiend, but that's a risky play because if they have something to deal with, whatchamacallit, the Archfiend, then we kind of just lose material there. Okay, I'll go with Medallion Hexcatcher here. And I think we just out midrange them. They went hard on the Duresses, but I don't think that's really useful in this matchup here. Okay, well, we just attack. We currently have lethal. If they use Restless Cottage here, we're just gonna Tidebinder that. Yeah, alright. We got there. Very nice. 2 pips away from Plat 3 here. But if we lose, we'll go back down 2. Man, this grind is going to be rough. Alright, next round. Okay, 3rd match here. Looks like they took 1 mulligan, so maybe we keep. Okay. Normally I would love a 2-drop at least. Ah, okay, so the red deck. Well, our hand is not very good against them right now. We are hoping to get a 2-drop here. But we are bleeding. Okay, we'll start off with the Scout. Then it looks like they have some sort of instant ready. Just like maybe a Burst Lightning. Very nice. And I think we'll bin that. Let's see, they'll attack for 4 damage. We're down to 13. Down to 12 with an activation here. Okay. This is going to be rough for us. Let's go Yavimaya Coast. End pass. Keeping up a Tidebinder. Then let's do the one that's on the 1-2. Can't tell which one that is though. Well, we'll just pick one. Hard to tell which one it's coming from. We're down to 8. That's unfortunate. But hopefully we can stem the bleeding here. And then pass. Okay, so they probably have a 2 damage spell here. Okay, down to 5. That means we likely have to Tidebinder here. Or Drowner. We're still taking 2. Okay. Let's be more mana efficient and use Tidebinder. Okay. Any one of these will do. Looks like they had a shock anyway, which probably would have killed us. Yikes. Okay, okay. Hard Claw. Let's pass here. We can Flood Pits. One of them. We'll go with this one. Unsummon the other one. Oh, do they have a Sharp Mage Rescue here? Looks like they do. Oh, a Helix. Oh, okay. Okay, I was starting to wonder whether or not they had some aura there because they were highlighting their Hired Claw. Okay, so let's see if the Minor Misstep's actually a good card. We're going to be bringing them in. So we're going to be bringing in 6 cards, taking out Vivian Reeds. The Deeproot Pilgrimage is not really that good against them. We'll still keep the Schooner, though. And then these are pretty decent, I think, in the matchup. The question is now, though, is do they have Slick Shots? I imagine that they do, given that they're a more burn variant. So Paw Patch Formation is still pretty good. I mean, this can still gain us life, so I'll keep it in. And then we'll cut down on one of our 4 drops here. And I think it'll be Oko. Okay, game 2, we are on the play. I would love to keep this, but look at our lands. Can Scout get us there? I am so tempted to keep this. If we draw a blue source, this is good, but if we don't, this is so bad. So we're gonna be disciplined here and mulligan. Okay, much better. We'll keep our 3 lands here. We'll keep Hexcatcher and Tidebinder, and then we'll put back the Schooner here because we need to have a creature that's alive to really deal with this, to really activate this. Let's see, turn 1, keep up Unsummon. Turn 2, play Hexcatcher. Actually, I take that back. Let's put back Tidebinder. I think we can do some cool things here with these 2. Alright, Botanical Sanctum pass. Here comes Swift Spear, and I think we'll just save some create some tempo here. And then... do I Schooner first? They're just gonna play a Swift Sphere. I'm gonna take a risk here and play Schooner first. This is risky, especially if they come up with something like a Slick Shot. But I guess that's the use of something like Unsummon there. Okay, and then this will be on Merfolk. And then we'll pass. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna counter this no matter what. And I think we're gonna use our catcher here and then animate our Schooner to prevent them from attacking. Or we can change the equation here, but we'll take 3. This is difficult. I think it has to be the change the equation. We're going to be taking 3 here, plus 1 from the Hired Claw. So 4 total. Okay. This is something, at least. So if they play another Forge here, we can't really do anything about it. Okay. Discard a card, then draw 2. That's no problem. And then I think I'm gonna kill the Hired Claw. Here comes some Monstrous Rage, or no, a Shock. Okay. So it's a good thing that we block there instead. So attack with the Curiosity, we draw a card, or we attack with a Schooner. Can also do the Soulstone Sanctuary. I think we'll just do the Curiosity. Looking for change the equation here. Okay, land wasn't really it. Okay, we'll do Hexcatcher. Looks like they have a 3 damage spell here. Okay. And then another one. Ah, okay. So, very precarious here. We're gonna be down to 3. Well, we're dead to a lot of stuff, so let's at least draw 2 cards here. Change the equation? Minor misstep. Okay. Oh no! We misstepped with the, what do you call that? The tapper there. I was trying to keep up Soulstone Sanctuary. Oh no, guys, we messed that up. Oh well. Good game. So obviously we could have done a lot of things different there. Just to look at the battlefield, we couldn't, we could also make sure that we kept more blockers back. I think playing the schooner there was a mistake, especially because it tapped our sanctuary. And really, I think just learning how to navigate these red decks is where it's at. We could also have used the Hex Catcher on the Forge instead of the Changed Equation. But yeah, it's really difficult. It's a very fast deck. The red decks keep a lot of decks in check in this metagame, and sometimes you just get beaten by a very fast start. So we'll take a loss there and go on to the next one. Okay, match 4 here. Let's see if we can focus up. This looks like a keep. Let's see. We get an Explore trigger here. Getting a land was great there. Oh, another Golgari. It seems like it's a Golgari Knight here. Okay, let's go Schooner here. Attack for 1. I really need to start getting better against the red matchups. So if we have any red players in the audience here, would love to learn some tips and what to look out for. Okay, so I think we're just gonna explore here. See if we can get out a removal spell. And then we'll play Cabinet of Souls and Merfolk and pass. Let's see. Fountain Port. Here comes an Overlord, and then we can Tishana's Tidebinder the trigger here. And then we get a Oko. Create an Elk. And then next turn, we can play Sanctuary to start making our man lands online. Oh, they got a Demolition Field. Never mind. Okay, so what we can do here is we use Paw Patch formation on the Overlord. That makes it so that we committed a crime and then we draw 2 cards, discard only 1. Okay, that seems like a decent play here. And then we'll plus. Okay, okay. We'll discard a Yavimaya Coast. And then I think we just play the Sanctuary here. Like I said, we're gonna use it to eventually get our stuff online here. And then we're looking for stuff like Unsummon to deal with Glissa here. If they attack Glissa, we're open to having our Curiosity available. Looks like they got a Duress. Not very good against us. And now they have to make a decision whether or not they'll attack. Yeah, they don't necessarily... Well, we can still attack here and get in some draws. So let's put this on Merfolk. Let's make an Elk. Let's copy an Elk. We're not going to attack with Oko. They don't have any black. So we'll be drawing 2 cards here. They'll probably take care of our Tishana's Tidebinder. And we draw 2 cards. Oh, interesting. Okay, that means we can use this for mana with the Curiosity. So, Island. And then they're gonna get a black source here to destroy something. Okay, here comes Enduring Curiosity. Do they have a go for the throat or something? Okay. Ooh, a cut down's different. We can't really save that. Oh, no, we can because we got Hexcatcher. And that will make it a 4-3. We'll draw 2 here. And we got a lot of cards. And some pretty big board state. Unfortunately, these are all lands, though. And what I've learned playing against Golgari, and I have somebody in my play group who is committed to Golgari, is that you should always be mindful of what they're doing with their black mana. Like how much they have up. Okay, so they have Gix Command here. We're gonna sack Scout, and that's such a great tempo play. We basically use 1 mana to take care of a 5 mana spell. Okay, so Golgari. We played against Golgari earlier this evening, 2 of them, and they had a lot of more controlling elements with like Dreams of Steel and Oil. I'm gonna take a chance here and bring in the Eaten by Piranhas. Oh no! Our opponent left! Bummer. Okay, well, it is what it is. They are not obligated to stay our games. Our matchups with Golgari is pretty good, but unfortunate. Good games anyway, opponent. We'll do one more round? Yeah, we'll do one more round. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Okay, last round for the day here. This looks keepable. Let's keep it. Just hoping to draw some more lands here. Oh no, another red deck. Okay, let's focus up. I should just assume that every deck that we play against is a red deck. On the blind, at least. Here comes the mouse. Alright, we'll go Merfolk here and pass. Here comes Swift Spear. We will use this. Okay. So they have a tapped mouse. We're gonna take 4 here down to 14. They got 2 cards here. We're keeping up Tidebinder and Hexcatcher. Okay, well. Use this on the mouse. Eat another spell here. At least that's not going to our face. We are at 10, though. Another land would be great here. Well, we got what we asked for, it's just not a tapped one. Okay, so. Is it better to just play the Schooner here? Because the other thing is that we'd play Formation. Okay. Shields down here, we're gonna take at least 4. And then, if these are burn spells, we're kind of just dead. Okay. We'll pass here, keeping up Hexcatcher. Vivian Reed's not good here. Enduring Curiosity, maybe? Okay, those weren't spells there. They would have used that. Did they draw that mountain, or... Hard to say, hard to say. Okay, we'll go Hexcatcher. Boom. And then there. Okay, Hired Claw. Okay, so it was something that... That's gonna be difficult for us. We're gonna make a food token here. Okay, Drowner. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay. Can't really attack here. I think we're gonna just have to use the food now, so that they can't just burn us out by double spelling. Yeah. Okay, Drowner on the Hard Claw is the current play. Okay, we can at least attack with the Drowner because that has Vigilance. This is tapped right now, so... Okay, we're gonna take a risk here and attack like this. They're not gonna block, and we get to play... Hoping to draw an untapped land. We did not. We have them down to 14. Here comes Screaming Nemesis. Okay, so here and here we'll take 4. And then we die to a removal spell? Okay. Yeah. We die to a Lightning Strike or something along those lines here. Okay. Do we have lethal here? 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5, 12. Not quite. How about if we do this? No. Okay, we at least can Tidebinder the Hired Claw here. This is rough. I think we need to keep up 3 mana here for Tidebinder. So let's play Hexcatcher. Then we need to draw... We only really need to attack with 1 card here. Wonderful draw there. Okay. Let's pass. I think this is way better than Tidebinder here. Here comes Swift Spear. And I think we have this. We Vinestalk, attack. Okay. We managed to navigate that, but there were a couple of things that went wrong for our opponent that were just out of their control. I think they drew more lands than what they wanted. And we just had runner, really good merfolks. Okay. We're going to try this again. Minor missteps, change the equation. And Eaten by Piranhas will be good against Screaming Nemesis here. They are playing the mice package as well, so we got to be mindful of that. We're going to take out Vivian Reeds. We're going to take out Okos. Deeproot Pilgrimage is not really what we want to see here. And then we'll go just this lower to the ground tempo deck here. There's an argument to be made about bringing in Frillbacks for the life gain, but if we get hit by a Screaming Nemesis, well, we're not gaining life anymore. Okay. We are up a game against Mono Red, which is a really good position to be in. But let's not get arrogant here. Let's make sure we are focusing up and dealing well with the Mono Red deck here. Okay, Botanical Sanctum, keeping up Unsummon and Minor Misstep. We will unsummon that. And then pass. If they Screaming Nemesis here, we'll eat it by Piranhas. Here comes a Hard Claw. Could have saved a minor misstep for that, but maybe we can get them with the Tidebinder here. Here comes an Emberheart Challenger. That would make it a 2-2. But if we counter it, they're likely not going to attack. Yeah. Let's try this. If they do this attack, I'm gonna just kill the Hired Claw. Okay, Scout was a perfect draw there. So now we got more blockers, and then we can do Schooner plus Minor Misstep. Let's play the Sanctuary. We're gonna be taking 1 damage from our blue source anyway. Okay. No attacks. Let's see if we can just exhaust their resources here. This will probably save for a Hired Claw or a Monstrous Rage. Lightning Strike, we are okay with that. We'll take this as an opportunity to crew the boat. So we are still at a healthy 16 here. That's pretty good. For damage, nothing we can really do about that. We'll trade with their 1-1 here. We'll take 4 down to 12. And then we can play Vinestalk here. Or we can play Yavimaya Coast Keep Up Soulstone Sanctuary. But we'd be taking I think we have to do Soulstone Sanctuary. Yikes. Okay, we will minor misstep that. We'll be taking 4 down to 8. Sorry, 3, not 4. Down to 9. Monstrous Rage? Okay. I think this is a good call from them. They should just get in damage while they can. Unsummon was a great draw there, so we'll play the Vinestock. Prepare for getting it online the next turn. Here comes Heartfire Hero. So what are the chances they have a spell here? If they're doing this, I'm happy to just unsummon it and then they have to replay the next turn the same way. No, let's block here. We'll be taking 3 down to 2. And then we lose to pretty much anything? Okay. It is what it is. We don't have good cards to come back from here anyway. Oh, never mind. We have Flood Pits. We are still dead to any burn spell here, so let's not kid ourselves. Yikes, there goes the Burst Lightning. Okay, so maybe some misplace there on our part because now they just got Burst Lightning. And then what we're gonna do is blue here. And then they can either replay the Challenger or use Burst Lightning. And they made the correct play. They played the Burst Lightning. Okay. So, probably shouldn't have gone down to 2 there. Now I think that we are in the play. We're not going to really use the Enduring Curiosities and bring in the Frillbacks instead. Because these gain us 4 life. And it's not really cards that we're looking for. What I'm realizing here. Okay, let's run this. Okay, game 3, we are on the play here. Ugh. I don't like this hand because our blue sources are gonna deal us a damage. And it's not really gonna be worth tempoing them out when we're taking damage anyway. So this is a mulligan. Okay, much better. Thank you. We'll keep this. And then I am tempted to just put back an island here. And then hope the scout finds us more lands. Because all of these, I think, are worth it. Okay. This on Merfolk. Play the scout. Minor misstep, we will keep. Here comes a Burst Lightning, maybe. Okay, no problem. We'll play an island here, and we'll pass. Here comes a burst lightning. I think we can just minor misstep that. Right? Or is it better to change the equation because it's more mana efficient? No, let's use minor misstep here. Now I'm kind of regretting putting away that island. And then if this is a monstrous rage, that kind of just messes us up. Yep. Okay. At least we still have unsummon here. And yep, definitely misplay there by putting back that island. This Tishana's Tidebinder is not really doing well for us. But that's the nature of the game here. We're going to pass. And then we will unsummon this. Okay, Drowner's not too bad here. Here comes a Manifold Mouse. I think we have to change the equation this because we don't want this in the board. We'll take 2 here. Okay, there's another land here. They got a Rockface Village and a Eurobrask Forge. Okay, we're gonna have to Tidebinder that. They can't attack here. Okay, Scout. Scout is good. Hexcatcher. I think we just want another land, because if we can get a second green source here, then that turns our Frill back online. Okay, no attacks. Here comes a Lightning Strike. Nothing we can do about that. And then I think we just Flood Pits Drown or something. They get a 1/1. We get to block it. And then hoping to draw a green source here to deal with the Forge. And here comes a Hired Claw. Okay. Minor missteps, not what we're looking for here. I don't mind attacking with the Drowner here. Here comes a Challenger, nothing we can do about that. Okay. Let's get rid of their Hired Claw. And if they have a spell here... we'll do the Hard Fire Hero. The Challenger is definitely gonna trade well here. And we have a minor misstep if they have a Monstrous Rage here. You're down to 9. We will minor misstep that. Okay, that's a good one because it's another green source, but it is coming in tap, so unlucky for us. We're going to be taking 5 or 6. Oof, that's rough. Okay, I'm assuming our best bet is to not play around Monstrous Rage because we're going to be so dead anyway. If we block here, we'll be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has to be this block. Yeah. Okay, looking for an untapped green source here. Well, that's not it. We can gain 4 life, more 3, because we'll be taking 1 from Yabimai Coast here, and then we block here. We'll still be taking lethal. Okay, good games, opponent. Nothing we can do there. We did a poor job of navigating those first few turns, and the red decks are constantly keeping us in check here. Okay, no problem. It is what it is. We'll just try and put in some more reps against the red deck. I'm going to see if I can enlist some help from some friends just to help me get better here. But those were some fun games. Won every Golgari matchup, lost every red matchup. All right. Man, I really enjoyed those games. Those were some great games. Yes, we probably didn't want to end on a loss there, but just to offer some perspective, yesterday we went 2-3. Now we went 3-2. I'm quite comfortable in the Golgari and other mid-range matchups, which, you know, in my local RCQ scene, everyone's kind of working on mid-range matchups. So I think I'm still making the right call here. However, I do need to find a way to make sure I learn and get some reps in against the red decks. We have some game, as you guys saw. You know, minor misstep kind of impressed me there. I think we most of our losses came with poor decisions with like mulligans and, you know, using unsummon on the wrong target and getting too low a life. So there's a lot of stuff that we can improve there. I think having Frill back more often than Curiosity is going to be doing us more good in the red matchups. But really impressed with Paw Patch Formation main deck. I think I'm going to continue testing this, and I like having the Unsummons main deck as well. So getting close to a final list here, and I'm really happy about that. The RCQ is still 2 weeks away, so plenty of time to test, plenty of time to climb the mythic ladder here, and just hope we don't get gate kept by red decks. Let's hope we can find some new tech or some better play patterns against the red deck here. Either way, I am enjoying myself. I hope you are enjoying the Merfolk content too. And like I said earlier in the intro, we've got some fire content coming up. I've got some brews coming up, not only in standard, but also checking out other formats. Oh, I'm so excited. Pioneer Masters is coming out soon. Pioneer looks like such a fun format, and I think it's going to be a great time to get into that format. And then Timeless Metagame Challenge. As a legacy player myself, I am excited to check out what Timeless people are doing here on Arena. The parallels are undeniable, so we'll see. We'll come up with a brew for that one too. I don't want to get somebody else's deck. I'm gonna find a brew for that one. So stay tuned, guys. Give us a like, give us a comment, and if you feel so inclined, a subscription would be heavenly. Thank you, guys. As always, have a great day.